While the rest of the world is busy arguing about the future of mobility, over in Silicon Valley, that exact future is already being built, tested, and honestly perfected in the East. Just imagine a world where your vehicle doesn't just drive, but actually thinks, anticipates, and maneuvers through the absolute most ruthless, chaotic urban jungles on the planet with the fluidity of a seasoned human driver. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're looking at a monumental shift in global technology. The throne of innovation has completely moved, and we're unpacking the incredibly dramatic mission that's making it all happen. So let's plunge right into the mystery and the actual mission driving this shift. August 30, 2026. This isn't just some random corporate milestone. This is what industry insiders are actually calling the August Imperative. It's a hard and pending deadline set by Xpeng's visionary CEO, Ha Xiaopeng. The mandate? To demonstrably and definitively crush Tesla's self-driving dominance on Chinese roads by this exact date. Literally, it is a high-stakes sprint for total autonomous hegemony. Just look at this headline for a moment from the South China Morning Post. This is the news behind today's video. Xpeng sets August goal to overtake Tesla's self-driving tech in China. Carmaker bets on training AI in China's dense urban roads to build a competitive advantage for expansion into Europe and Southeast Asia. With that said, let's go straight to the intro.
The algorithm buries channels that show the truth like mine every single day. The only thing that fights back is you. One like, one subscribe, turn on the bell icon. That's how the truth about China survives on YouTube. Don't let it disappear. Thank you very much.
And you guys, the stakes of this mission are bizarrely, wonderfully high. If Xpeng's Vision Language Action 2.0 system hits its performance targets by August, the CEO has pledged to build a massive Chinese-style canteen right in the heart of Silicon Valley. But if they fail, well, Xpeng's head of intelligent driving has promised to perform a naked sprint across the Golden Gate Bridge. I know, it is an absolutely absurd wager, but it perfectly captures the absolute, unwavering confidence radiating from their headquarters in Guangzhou right now. Okay, let's dive into some of this declassified evidence, because the head-to-head 20-kilometer comparative testing during Guangzhou's evening rush hour really tells the whole story. Xpeng's VLA 2.0 required just a single human intervention, while Tesla's FSD struggled with 5. That is a staggering 5-to-1 ratio of superiority in arguably the world's most chaotic driving environment. Section 1. The Turing AI Brain, Rewriting the Rules of Cognition. To understand this impending reality, we really have to look at the microscopic secret weapon under the hood. For years, traditional autonomous driving has relied on modular pipelines. It's super fragmented. A car sees an object, then a totally different module plans a route, and finally it acts. It's clunky, it's rule-bound, and it suffers from massive latency. But Xpeng just erased those middle steps. Their VLA 2.0 is an end-to-end vision-to-action architecture. It translates raw camera perception directly into driving decisions. Basically, it's a fluid, human-like foundational model that processes the world without those rigid translation layers. Now, a brain this powerful obviously needs a massive silicon skull, and this brilliantly illustrates the sheer scale we're talking about. According to their hardware specifications, their computing power completely shatters existing ceilings. NVIDIA's Orin X sits at 250 TOPS, but Xpeng developed their Turing AI chip entirely in-house. A single chip hits 750 TOPS, and their Ultra configuration, a jaw-dropping 2250 TOPS. That easily outperforms Tesla's Hardware 4.0 and completely redefines the global standard. But the absolutely crucial point here is what all this raw power actually achieves in the real world. That incredible 2250 TOPS allows the system to process 7 surround view cameras with literal human-like speed. The real-world result? A massive 99% reduction in hard braking events. It doesn't just react anymore, it anticipates. It effortlessly yields to small animals. It can even fluently read and obey the hand gestures of traffic police. It's anticipating the chaos before it even happens. Section 2. Simulating total chaos, the X-World Generative Factory. So how do you actually train a digital brain to anticipate the unpredictable? Well, Chinese engineers often laugh at the sanitized, perfectly painted test tracks of the West. They know that real-world autonomy requires a completely different kind of crucible. They call it high-entropy driving. We're talking about extreme urban environments. Just imagine your absolute worst daily commute and then multiply it by 10. Weaving electric bicycles, unmarked sudden construction zones, and paralyzing traffic density. This is the brutal reality of Beijing and Guangzhou. By training their AI specifically to conquer this high-entropy chaos without relying on high-definition maps, Xpeng is creating a bulletproof generalization model that can theoretically drive anywhere on Earth. And the wild part is how they simulate this chaos, using a completely new paradigm. Traditional simulation relies on 3D Gaussian splatting, which notoriously struggles to generate accurate scenes if an autonomous vehicle makes an unmapped detour. But Xpeng built Xworld. It's a streaming, auto-aggressive system built on video diffusion. Xworld acts as a physical AI that literally dreams up and imagines future road conditions and chaos seconds before they happen, adapting instantly to entirely new trajectories. I really want you to let this massive number sink in for a second. 30 million. That is the astonishing number of daily simulated kilometers run through the Xworld generative factory. It creates missing, long-tail corner cases, situations humans haven't even encountered yet in the real world, to rigorously prep the AI. It's a relentless 24/7 data generation machine, ensuring the system is ready for the truly unpredictable. Section 3. The physical AI ecosystem. Expanding beyond the wheel. Because the great secret of the August Imperative was that this massive leap in technology was never just about passenger cars. It's about a fundamental transformation of all physical machines. The VLA 2.0 architecture is actually a unified brain for a massive full-stack ecosystem. We have the GX, a factory-integrated level 4 robo-taxi, packing an insane 3,000 tops. We have the Iron Humanoid Courier Robot. We even have the Land Aircraft Carrier, which is a modular flying vehicle. Because they share a unified AI architecture, every single mile a car drives makes the humanoid robot smarter. It creates this absolutely unstoppable cross-platform data flywheel. Now, what's really interesting here is the financial and operational genius behind that ecosystem. Xpeng's supply chain data reveals a massive synergy. 80% of their automotive partners are also contributing to their robotics and aerial ventures. By leveraging this mature automotive supply chain, they're able to build advanced humanoid robots and flying vehicles cheaper, faster, and way more efficiently than anyone else on the planet right now. Section 4. Engineering global dominance. The Silicon Dragon awakens. The old giants of Western manufacturing are no longer looking down at Chinese tech. They are desperately reacting to it. The entire global industrial chain is fundamentally shifting. Just let the gravity of this industry quote sink in for a minute. Volkswagen signs on as the first external customer for Xpeng's VLA 2.0. Volkswagen, the titan of German engineering, literally one of the largest and most storied automakers in the world, is now licensing Chinese software and silicon just to stay relevant. It is a profound, historic reversal of the traditional technology transfer dynamic. And we're seeing Xpeng march outward aggressively. In 2026, they're opening localized R&D centers in Munich and establishing production bases in Indonesia and Austria. By 2027, they're aligning with UN autonomous regulations for worldwide deployment. You see, they aren't just selling cars anymore. They're moving to deeply participate and dominate the global industrial chain with a highly localized strategy. So the August Imperative was clearly more than just a dramatic wager. It was the moment the paradigm officially shifted. The future of global mobility is being written in Mandarin, driven by fierce anti-involution competition that prioritizes high-tech differentiation over simple price wars. These tech champions have built a significantly better way for the world to move. The heart of the AI revolution is now undeniably beating in the East, which leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? Is Tesla's competitive moat truly evaporating, or can they somehow find a way to compete with the raw, generalizing power of the Turing chip and the VLA 2.0 architecture? It's a massive, dramatic cliffhanger for the entire automotive industry right now, and the clock is definitely ticking toward August. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. If you're as fascinated as I am by the tech reshaping our world, you're going to want to keep your eyes on the East. Goodbye.